Hi, it's Jamie with Jamie's Arts a la Cartes. Thank you very much for joining me. I have a fun project planned for us today. I hope this video inspires you to create something of your own. If you would, hit the like button and share the video with your friends. That helps me to grow this channel and to continue to bring you new projects. If you haven't subscribed yet, would you please consider subscribing? And if you have, thank you very much. Well, we have a lot to do, so let's get to it. Hi, it's Jamie with Jamie's Arts a la Carte. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am going to create some party favors for a grandchild's birthday that's coming up. So I'm going to take this Transformer gift wrap paper that I have. I'm going to cover these cardboard tubes. I'm going to fold the ends of the tube in, but I'm going to stuff candy in there first. So let's see what we can do here. And it's just a way to add to that celebration. So I need to figure out how much I need and then go ahead and cut a good strip. I want it to overlap a little bit, but not like a whole lot. So, and it's not exactly straight, so I'm going to give myself a little bit of room, like right about there. A nice, cute little package to put some candy in. And easy enough for children to open it up and get their candy out. How cool is that? That's like the best. That's some good recycling there now. And I think the key is to, now I have to decide if I'm going to do any other decorations on this. But look at that. All right, we're going to go assembly line. I'm going to make a few of these, but let's see what we've got. We'll go ahead and just start cutting.
time, and we try to fold up with the material that Mrs. Marley was holding.
All right, I got our little party favors started. They don't have candy in them yet, but I wanted to show you how I got to that point. All right, but in the meantime, I've also come up with a couple other ideas that I need to do, and they're small, so I'm going to just combine the whole thing. So here you go. I'm going to take this party invitation and turn it into a birthday card. I need to go find my sentiments up there. And then I have two birthdays being celebrated, so I'm going to create a couple hot chocolate mugs. I got to find the bags or go get them out of the kitchen. So I'm going to get the rest of my stuff because we're going to do just a few little things. Oh, and I got to get the bags so that we can create 3 different things, but kind of similar, kind of all go together. All right, I'll be right back. All right, I've got 2 bags that will work. And so we'll just go ahead. Actually, I want to put some of my little confetti at the bottom of each, and then put in the cups, and then just sort of assemble it from there. And this stuff likes to fly everywhere, so I try to contain it best I can. So let's see. This bag is a little bit bigger again than what I normally would use, but I just like the opaque look. So we'll put this in, and I'll tape it around and I'll form it so that it forms around the cup. Okay, then I'm going to put some more in, getting it in that mug. Good. We'll put in, again, we're going to use our Starbucks hot chocolate. Let this go around. There we go. And then, yes, my hands are clean. And I managed to break one of my spoons. That's okay. I only need 2 for this project. All right. So here are some just little baggies that you can get over there in the food department. Let's do that so that we can put the seam side down. So it'll look like that. How cute is that? All right, I had pulled out some ribbon, but I decided I'm going to make my own because they're not going to lay around the neck of the, won't lay around this neck correctly. So, went and dug out my curly ribbon. So we're just going to make our own little bows. Won't take long, and they'll be super cute. I'm going to use all the different colors that I see on this happy birthday bag. So that means I'll be right on track. Right, I have decorated the front of a bag, and I am now making some curlies to put on the front, and these 2 mugs will be done. How about that? I'm just taking curly ribbon, cutting off a hunk. I'm going to get some yellow on here. Alright, and it looks something like that. Got a happy birthday sentiment up there, got a little curly at the top. Boom shakalaka. Well, there we go. Note to self, I'll put this lower next time, but it's still good. Alright, so there, and I'll put that bow on that one when we get to that point. Alright, now let's look at this card. So I have a blank card, a red one. I have a black background, and again, these are just I said invitation, but they're actually thank yous from a party, right? I'm actually just going to fussy cut out my Batman here. Oh, and I'll be able to use that sentiment because, you know, I reuse everything. Pop it up maybe. Nope, like that. Then we'll put our sentiment in here, and it is all done. How about that? Phew. All right, so now let me show you, and I might need these to decorate. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to put this like a curly ribbon around here, because that might not hold my candy. So what I'm thinking is I'll open up one side, and two, three. Put maybe 3 pieces in there. Will 3 fit? Okay, we want to put in, find our seam, push that one in first, and then this one, and a little package. I think it would be easier for kids to get it open if I didn't put curly ribbon on there, but it would add a nice little flair to it if I put. So, what if I did this? Let's see, let me figure out.
So we got a warrant to go to his place. Guess what we found? Found a compartment behind his Motif bed. And in that compartment, stolen piece. What's the news?
I should not do it on the envelope. Just gonna put it on like that. Our glitter glue dries clear. Grateful for that. And I'll put the little name there. And voila, there is our custom birthday card. How about that? Looks like it's all on there good. That'll dry here in just a few moments. So there is our custom card. Here are our 2 hot chocolate drinks. All right, we got them all decorated up. Probably add a couple more to that one. And then our party favors. Wow, how about that? We just went to town on all the different things we made for celebrations. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like it, share it with your friends. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, would you please consider subscribing? And well, until next time, happy crafting. I'll get you some close-ups so that you can have ideas so you can use for your celebrations this upcoming year. All right, until next time, y'all.